New York Post columnist Miranda Devine. Miranda, this is something that a lot of people expected. What do you expect?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to, break out the popcorn and the champagne quite yet. I think there's a bit of a ways to go, but it's certainly a huge turn up for the books. I think John Brennan and the FBI lovebirds, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, Jim Comey, James Clapper, the whole lot of them, the whole lot of Russia hoaxes, thought that they'd gotten away with it. There was no way that they thought that Donald Trump would, survive, the impeachment, the lies, the portraying him as a Russian puppet, a Russian stooge of Vladimir Putin. And then, of course, the 2020 election when they buried all the bad evidence about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden from the laptop, and they wrote that or signed that dirty 51 letter, John Brennan again, right in the thick of things. They thought that they had just dispatched Donald Trump to probably to jail or certainly to ignominy, certainly not to become president again. And it's just their worst nightmares. And I think they probably thought that Donald Trump and his administration would be distracted and not worry about going back to the past and maybe show mercy like Trump did in his first term to Hillary Clinton, but no such thing. And it's not about retribution, even though Donald Trump did say to his supporters before the 2024 election, "I am your retribution." That's very satisfying, but it's more than that. It is really about deterrence. It's about making sure that never again will a CIA director, an FBI director, an NSA director, or any of these institutions be weaponized against a sitting president and against a candidate for office. And there has to be punishment. There have to be heads on pikes. And I'm rooting for John Brennan being one of them.
Yeah, you're not supposed to interfere with elections in this country. Their job is to do it overseas. I think they confused that, Miranda. Well, we'll follow it, and we'll see how it shakes out. Thank you so much. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.